Hey everyone, Tanner Bell here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm the founder of makersgonnalearn.com, a digital die cutting community teaching you how to master your die cutting machine and master all the material to go with it. In today's video, we have in Cricut Infusible Ink everything you need to know. We are going to make a small project for a lot of you beginners out there that may not know all the tips and tricks to really mastering the product, and maybe you've watched a ton of videos on it, but you just need a clear and concise video teaching you all the tips and tricks. That is what we're hoping to accomplish today. So if you guys are excited, let's go ahead and cut out an amazing design. First things first is you need to select a design that is the size of your Easy Press or smaller. So for today's test, we are sizing this at 4 by 5.4 inches. This is a little anchor and it is going to fit perfect under our Easy Press. One of the main things you need to make sure of is that you have a one-hit wonder, meaning you're not going to have to hit the project with your Easy Press multiple times, and that whatever size Easy Press you have, it will be able to fit under, because this is again ink, and if you are hitting it multiple times, some parts of the design will be more saturated than others, and it will just not give that flawless design that we need. So after you've decided that, you're going to press Make It, and even though an anchor looks the same either way, we are going to make sure to mirror it. So just like iron-on, we are mirroring that image. That is very important, especially when working with text. So we're going to press Continue, and we're going to connect to our machine. Now we're going to select the Infusible Ink transfer sheet as our material. And again, it's going to make sure that it says, make sure mirror is turned on and material is ink side up. Make sure you have your fine point blade in, and now we'll be ready to prep our mat. Here's our Cricut Infusible Ink transfer sheet, so we can just go ahead and take it out of the box. They recommend you to keep it in the box at all times after you've opened the pack, and this is a pack we've already opened, so we're not having to take it out of the packaging. So you want to be careful to not touch it. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it right up here in the top corner, and then we are going to use a brayer to make sure that we're not getting too much oil from our hands onto the material. So we're just taking this out and laying it down, and then we're going to now take the brayer and work it out onto the mat. You can use a light grip mat if it's pretty new, but you also can always just use a standard grip mat. It sticks well for either. This is a great example, guys, that if you're not too careful, you will have some areas that can smudge the ink. So you want to be very, very careful about that, but it's not affecting where we're cutting today. So again, just to repeat everything, you do not want to touch this at all if you could help it. Now, obviously, you have to touch it just a little bit, but once you get it positioned, you then want to take something like a brayer and work it out. And we found that the brayer works really great because it's rubber. It's not ever going to really affect your ink, so it's really important. So now we put it ink side up, which is why we had to mirror it. So now we can load it in our machine and just simply cut out our image. So now we're just going to press the flashing Cricut button, and we're going to let this cut out really quickly. At this step, we like to go ahead and preheat our Cricut Easy Press. For our shirt today, it is 385 degrees for 40 seconds, or you can check the Cricut Easy Press temperature chart at Cricut.com. So now we can go ahead and unload our mat. And guys, we want to save all the other pieces of Cricut Infusible Ink. To save all the material possible, we're going to use our True Control knife, and again, trying to not touch the material at all, we are going to cut out the extra piece so that we save it for another project. A lot of people have been asking questions, can I cut the extra material so it's not wasteful? And the answer is yes, you are able to. So now what we're going to be able to do is slowly, we want to kind of peel this and curl it like so it'll want to come off the mat, and we can just pop this off. And you always want to peel with gravity, so the mat facing you. And then we have this extra infusible ink. Try not to touch the ink actually, So just use those corners, curl it up, and then after it's curled, you can place it back into the box. And I think that's where it got scuffed before, so just be careful about that. And now you're going to be able to, again, take this, and it kind of helps to curl it like so, because this weeding process is very different than vinyl. So I just curl it a little bit, and then we're going to be able to peel this off. And now you can touch the areas that you know you're going to weed. But again, if you curl it like that, do you hear those popping noises? That's kind of like just popping this out. It's very much like paper. So you can see it kind of just pops out. So then you can take your hand and just find an area. It is very much like paper. So now you're able to just weed this very easily. And it's very different than weeding vinyl. So just popping these out, really easy. Ta-da! And then we have just two more areas. We have the circle right here to pop out, and our easy press is now good to go at 385 degrees for 40 seconds. And now we have our image. So we can peel the mat up, place it to the side. We have our image ready to go, and this is how we're going to apply it down. So Cricut Infusible Ink comes with this transfer sheet built in. You don't have to buy any extra transfer sheets. This is heat resistant, which is really nice. So now we'll be able to go ahead and grab our shirt. This is our test shirt, guys. We've been using it for quite a few videos just to give you some awesome tests. And what we need to do is you need to take your shirt and put it inside an easy press mat with a sheet of paper right behind it to protect it, the easy press mat and protect the other side of your surface. So now after you've prepped that, what we're going to do is grab the easy press and we're going to preheat the surface. This is going to remove any wrinkles, any moisture, anything like that from the shirt. But the thing about this is after you preheat it like we have here, you're going to lift it up and we're going to let this cool completely before we lint roll and lay our image down. After this is cooled down, we're going to grab our lint roller and we're just going to remove any hair, lint, or anything from the project. Just like so. And once you're good, you are now able to lay your transfer down onto the mat in your shirt. And then we're going to grab that piece of transfer tape, or excuse me, butcher paper, and we're going to lay it down as well. And then we are going to actually grab the easy press, and you do apply a little pressure with it, but you do not apply near as much pressure as you would if this was an iron-on design. So again, 385 for 40 seconds. So now we're going to apply just mild pressure, and we're going to let it time down for 40 seconds. This is why it's so important to have a one-hit wonder. And guys, you don't have to just use Cricut blanks. Feel free to use anything with a high poly blend. So anything like 80% polyester and up would be great. We've seen people use a little bit less, but if you want the vibrant colors, you just want to make sure it has a high poly count so it gets the best results. So I'm just giving very mild pressure, and then it is almost done. Today we are using the Cricut brand shirt. So now we're going to lift this up. So now we're going to remove the butcher paper and we're going to let this cool completely before touching and removing this. So now that it's cooled, we're just going to simply peel it up. Look at this amazing transfer design. We love it, and it looks so awesome. So you can tell that it was nice and even, and then if you look at the transfer, you can see that there's no ink left, so that it's transferred perfectly. So now what we love about this is you don't have to preheat the shirt. There's no iron-on that is going to peel up at any time. This is very much permanent, and it is so awesome. We absolutely love Cricut Infusible Ink. And it's that easy to make a shirt with Cricut Infusible Ink. We absolutely love the results, and it's super awesome. One last tip is to make sure you use butcher paper. You cannot trade that out for wax paper, parchment paper, anything like that. You need white butcher paper. So be sure to use that, and you can pick up extra sheets on Amazon. It is very affordable. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Cricut tutorials and awesome die cutting projects. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below and we will do our best to get back to you. And until then, we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.